Ankhal's power grows.
Not for long.
What's Ankhal? Oh, he remembered us.
Wait, I follow him. Wait, do you know those people? I can't follow him because the game is lagging and I can't move.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, you go out. You run outside after him. There's that big orc and that crazy barbarian lady. Yes. I may have told them I was, leaving the country, and then I didn't.
Oh, it's hilarious that you know them. I'm friends of theirs, but I don't think they care anymore about whatever it is that you're talking about.
I told them I was gonna swear off necromancy, and I did for a while.
I mean, I tell them things all the time that aren't true, so I understand.
I think we're going to be friends.
I smile at him.
You and Jolok continue drinking and hanging out outside, discussing different necromancy acts.
I go inside and fetch dinner and drinks for us both, and bring it back out for us to.
He tells you he will meet you out the back.
I get some food and then go meet him out back.
Kind of sees him leave.
Guys, I made a new friend. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so surprised you would fall in love with him.
Wait a minute, is that? Oh, good. He's back.
Yes. We also know the guy that you're about to go be best friend.
I know he is terrified of you too.
You're the fox person. Devil said you're the one that got me out. I'm Hamler. Apparently, I like bacon, and Ikrie's my best friend.
Hammer. Right.
Close enough. Yes, that means the deal is struck. I hope she lives her life well. Oh, wait a minute. I hope she lives her eternity in evil and
I almost forgot. You gave message to Devil Lady. I was supposed to say when I found Ikrie. He flies up and lands in front of me.
Okay.
Ikrie, this message from Fox Guy.
Oh, what did he say?
Will you marry me?
that.
Yes, I will.
Kuroku runs away again.
Kuroku, don't.
You literally hear him say, "Is that?" and then run away.
Hamler starts laughing and goes, "Hamler saw him run away earlier. Thought that would be funny. Was it funny?"
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
that's not what I was expecting. I was expecting that that was the.
No, the Aaron is a very lawful devil. Binding would happy to go to your contract you made, so he's not going to be chaotic at all. Hamler is an extremely chaotic devil.
Oh no! I wasn't imagining it as chaotic. Just a final twist of the knife to get a little edge in the agreement.
I mean,
Either way, the deal was struck. I hang out with my new necromancer friend.
I can always track him down.
I literally just told you guys I was going outside or back to hang out with a necromancer I just met, and he's scared of you all.
Oh yeah.
that's a healthy fear.
I can always track him down because he told me where he was going.
Or I can turn into a dinosaur because I haven't done that yet. Just have some fun. The barbarian lady. Yeah, that's a little different now.
I compare notes with Jolok and share with him my rituals.
Well, he is an arcane caster.
It doesn't matter rituals.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is you and him going over it? You're going over different ways that you do it, but you're able to combine them to make it more effective ways. You are able to combine and show him shortcuts of creating spirits, and he is able to add on to yours to where you can create skeletons. This is not instantaneous, and it does take some time. You will basically need some downtime with this guy, but then that one ritual will be able to do the two different ones for you.
Yeah, I'll just learn a second ritual. Also, does he not know create undead ghost?
he does, but you were basically teaching him to do it better.
No, it's okay. As payment, I can teach him astral projection, which is I'm sure he doesn't know that one.
He does not know astral projection.
And I'm sure he would not mind learning it.
He does not.
I think a 5th level ritual is fair payment for a 2nd level ritual.
He looks at you and thinking for a moment. There is one spell that I am fairly certain you don't know.
I would be happy to learn any spell.
Do you know not how to create an undead, but when you find one in the wild, how to bind it to your will?
No, I don't know that, and I would love to know that one.
He teaches you the 3rd level spell, Bind Undead.
Yeah, I'm happy to learn that one.
5 levels worth of ritual both ways.
Yeah, seems fair.
Now this is Bind Undead's just a spell, it's not ritual.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
with the trade-off with astral projection and all that, it is fair. Y'all basically, the sun comes up before you realize that you've spent all night doing this.
Oh, it's fine. That sounds like something a Shadow Fox and a Necromancer would hang out doing anyway.
Yep.
Karth wants to know what is bothering Code.
Everything.
Everything on your list?
I mean, I have some things done for my list, but then there's lots of things that I don't think I'll be able to get done. Then there's some things that, probably going to get worse until I get them done.
We'll just take them one at a time. That's all we can do.
That's going to be everything on everyone's list, though.
Yes. And some things will be delivered into your lap and then suddenly made much worse.
What, the dog? What happened to the dog?
Wait, did something happen to the dog?
Oh, he's not in your lap anymore.
Oh no, he's right over there. He's fine.
She was talking about Zoe, you idiot.
Oh. Yeah, that did kind of backfire on you.
I couldn't lie to her.
No, I think you did the right thing.
I don't think we should really go around telling everyone from... I mean, even...
No, not everyone, just the people that need to know it.
Yeah, I mean, Zoe deserved an explanation.
Of course.
I have a feeling she'll come around.
She'll be back.
Despite her feelings and running away, she cares for you very much, Setari.
You two always gravitated towards each other. If you...
It wouldn't have hurt her this much if she didn't care.
We
Okay,
could
I
split
guess
that a little
everyone's
more.
back inside now because you're all talking. And at some point during the night, Kuroku convinced Joel that Karth and Setari weren't going to tell him.
Probably, yeah.
Hey,
I mean, as long as they don't find out that he's been committing necromancy.
excuse me, sir. He's talking to Yuko.
Yeah.
Did you just say the Forgotten King?
Yeah, I forgot who he was and stuff.
You know of the Forgotten King?
I mean, he wouldn't be forgotten if I did.
Yes, he would?
Moving on.
Why do
Do you
you
know where
ask?
he is?
No one knows where he is. Long lost. I hear there's a lich that may know something.
Hi, Setari. Nice to see you again.
Hello, Jolak.
How have you been?
Busy.
I'm sorry I'm not in Locks. It's just I don't really like it there. I like it here. I decided to kind of stay around.
Hey, what the hell's wrong with locks?
Ikrie, you know what's wrong with locks.
Okay, well, most of it, yes, but...
Well, you see, I have an inclination towards the necromantic magics. Don't worry, Setari. I'm not doing any more evil. After our talk, I promised I would be good, and I have been. But if Lux found out that I was a necromancer, they would enslave me into the military and force me into it.
You went to the wrong part of lock, so then. Understandable.
Well, I mean, I suppose I can understand. I use plenty of necromancy myself.
Oh, you've been bringing about undead?
No. Healing.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
Uh-huh.
Not nary an undead.
Did you have a good talk with Kuroku?
Ah, yes.
He loves that stuff.
What? I taught him how to astrally project.
Yes, he taught me how to astral project, and I taught him powerful magics that, should he encounter undead, he could control them and use it to destroy them, since undead are bad, right, Setari?
I thought it would be useful when we go to deal with any undead in the future.
That does sound very useful.
Kuroku almost slipped up there, but he doesn't know anything about what Jolok might think of on Cal, so he's just going to keep that under his hat just in case.
I'm gonna need Jolok to roll a deception check.
No, not how it works.
Can I roll perception?
You can. That is how it works.
Let's see.
You don't think he's lying, but he's not telling the whole truth either. You see him kind of nervously shifting as he's talking.
Jolok, tell us the truth.
I haven't killed anyone since we last met. I haven't raised any bodies except, a couple. And but these, well, it was okay. And then is she gonna bite me?
I'd make no promises.
Well, give us the specifics of the ones you raised.
Well, there's 2 skeletons out back.
Their purpose?
They keep the stables clean.
No, that's fine.
And that's it, right? And they're under Archibald's control or yours?
Oh yeah, I traded them to Archibald for free food and drinks.
Okay. Setari may think a little more strongly about that, but I'm okay with that kind of necromancy.
They're just tools. What's wrong with having a tool to help you do things?
That is a person's body. It's their life. Do you have no
it's
respect
not.
for
Their
others?
life is gone. Their soul is gone to wherever it was going. This was just sitting in the ground.
Jolok is my character in my other campaign.
So you would have no problem if someone was to puppet your body?
Not at all. My soul would be somewhere else, so I wouldn't really care.
Huh.
In fact, Setari, I give you permission. Puppet my body all you want.
No, I...
That's hot.
Wait, hot? What? No, I mean, we were talking.
Don't worry, they're like that. Look, so long as you are not causing trouble, I'm not so petty as I might have once been.
Oh, not at all. It's just the 2 skeletons out back, and about the dozen that wander the forest around here.
Okay, so this keeps growing.
Hey,
stop talking while you're ahead.
both of you stop talking. And maybe we can all just be amicable.
Since when are you one not to? Since when are you one not to stir up trouble, Kuroku? What did this guy give you?
Bind undead.
How about we make a deal? I will show you what I use my undead for. I consider myself a white necromancer now. I use my undead to fight. He snaps his fingers, the door opens, and this walks in and stands before you, Setari.
So he's a white necromancer. He summons whites. Is that how it works?
Yes.
So this looks like one of the wizard mages I killed before, I'm assuming, right?
Would you like it?
Like it? Of course not.
You could use it to
Hold
fight
on.
other undead.
I'll check his hands. Skeleton
Hands?
hands.
That was on hags, not skeletal witches.
That's right. That's right.
I'll destroy the undead with my own hands.
I would never use such a creature.
Goes back to his drink. You're welcome to join us.
Are you sure?
Yes. These things are unlife. Everything that I stand to protect. The natural world.
Then I probably shouldn't tell Kuroku about the present I left him outside before I leave.
You're digging yourself a bigger hole.
It's right here, Kuroku, come back.
Oh. Oh, yes.
Be glad he's not as in control as he used to be.
Oh, man, I am like a kid at Christmas.
I have calmed much since we last met.
Making my husband happy, I see.
Oh, husband? He failed to mention that in the past 12 hours.
I used this
I
new.
imagine you were busy learning necromantic rituals from one another.
I use this new. I hear that. Use this newfound toy to flee.
My husband. Very well. I must get to it. I find poor travelers that have either fallen ill to disease or died in the forest, and if they have any belongings, I do what I can to get their belongings back to any family or friends they may have. But the bodies I raised to help protect this place. The undead from Goodman are starting to wander out. My undead help fight them.
Yes, well, hopefully they won't be needed much longer.
One can hope. Onkal's power grows.
Not for long.
What's Sand Cow?
Yeah, we're going to go kill him.
Yeah. We're gonna go kill a lich.
Finally.
Are y'all ready to leave the tavern? It's the next morning,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somewhere with a post office. This doesn't
Same.
seem like a place with a post office.
A phantom steed is pulling
Hold on.
the cart.
Hold on. A phantom steed is not pulling the cart. That is.
Yeah, that's true. I don't need to prep that. So
Nice.
Why is there some part of me that thinks this is worse than a human skeleton?
that's
Druid.
That's just
Druid.
Druid talk.
that's the Druid talking.
But look at him. He looks so happy.
He does if you zoom in. He's like, yeah.
Gotta think up a name for this creature.
It is entirely under your control, by the way.
Oh boy. So does it count as one of my 4 minion slots?
This was granted to you in a weird way, so you have 4+1. This being the +1.
Yeah. I give it the instruction to go forward. It does it forever until I tell it to stop.
Yes, it does.
How much longer?
Only 3 more months to go.
Are we there yet?
Karth, I will knock you out.
I got this.
Oh no.
Karth,
does-
would you like a reflex save?
No, I don't actually cast it.
That's-
I am gonna cast another 6th level. Remove the curse though.
There you go. Ikrie, I gotta pee.
Then go
Just
pee.
do it off the side.
That fails. The
What
DC is 36.
I don't want to get off while it's moving.
Just do it off the side.
Wow.
No, but it might hit Setari.
There we go.
Well, there go all of my 6th level slots.
Hope we don't run into it. Well, it would have mattered because they would have all been removed first.
In the distance, you see smokestacks going up into the air. It looks like it might be the outline of a town. As you come around the bend and the trees open up, you do see the silhouettes of the different buildings. You have come across a town. You don't recall ever seeing this town or knowing that it existed here.
I mean, 3 months on a road. Eventually, you're gonna hit some town.
Well,
That makes
alright.
I mean,
sense.
roads
You
lead
haven't been on the
somewhere.
road for 3 months. You've been on the road for a week and a half.
That seems pretty reasonable, honestly.
But this is not
Huh?
a town that you are familiar with or have ever been to.
Well, I can refresh my spells.
Shall I?
There is a. You get closer, and it is a very small town. The town that you come across is a very small town. And you ride up to it, and you really only see maybe 5 buildings. You see another one that kind of looks like a building, but there's no walls on it. It's just a covered shed type thing for storage. There's all kinds of crates in it. Then you look over and you start seeing this ladder that winds up this massive tower, and there's this large platform at the top of the ladder with several cranes and pulley systems lifting up. As your eyes are looking up at it, you see what looks like a giant flying boat.
Okay, so how tall is this tower?
It goes up about 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Roughly tree height. Okay.
That'd be hard for you to wall jump up. Possibly doable.
Right.
It-
I want to go up there.
If it has ledges, I could do it consecutively.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to go into this town, or do you want to go around it? Because this probably looks stupid, right?
I want to go into the town. I mean, I don't want to go
I
around the
don't
town.
think that
I'll be
thing
right
can
back.
actually float in the ocean.
I don't
It
know.
looks like a normal boat. There are runes all over it. It's runes of some sort. Different magical, glowing, arcane runes wrapping around about where the water level would be if it was actually sitting in the water.
Cool.
I'm pretty sure we're still far away from the ocean.
Well, this boat is just floating in the air next to this weird air tower dock.
Yeah, the player has a pretty good idea, but Setari's just like,
Maybe they're
So
giving
it
people
seems-
rides.
no idea. We can ask, I suppose.
You gonna go
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
ask?
I go up the ladder.
Oh,
Well, people stop you before you get up the ladder because they're like, yes, can we help you? What are you doing?
a reload.
Oh, so we're just traveling through, and you have a strange boat here. We were wondering what you were doing.
Yeah, where are you headed? It's about to take off. We're just loading up some of the stuff. We got to drop off in Yukon, and then I think we're supposed to be wrapping back around for the spine. And I hear tell that the Dead Frost is finally opened back up. We're gonna try to hit that.
Kuroku narrows his eyes.
It's a lot of
More.
places.
Excuse me?
Alright, I'm back.
That's quite a journey.
Ah, yes. we doing our best to travel around and make what money we can. See, we're from Locks. You see, we had 3 airships there. 2 of them highly militarized, and this one was purchased by a private investor and is now being used to travel.
An airship? That explains a lot.
Yes, it is a ship for the air.
Is there a way to drop off
It is
at
all in the name.
strange places?
I don't. The direction they're going, if they're heading to Yukon, is the opposite direction that we're traveling.
We're heading due east from here. We may stop by Harane before we go to Yukon, but I am not sure yet.
No, I need to go there.
I mean, I would like to go to Yukon, but I have things I need to take care of here before I go. Well, I guess I already sent a message. I suppose they'll be okay.
We have to decide what we're going to work on first.
It's if you're interested, it is 50 gold a person, and
That's not bad.
we will take you. Sorry, I apologize. It is 150 gold a person. 150 gold a person. That gets you the entire trip, but you're free to hop off anywhere along it that you like.
How long would you be staying at each port?
We usually dock for anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks. If we need to go somewhere faster, or we have pressing matters somewhere, we can shorten or even extend it. We have supplies that we drop off, so there are some places we will stop for 2 days. And, like if we stop at Harane, that'll only be 2 days to grab a few things. Once we get to Yukon, we'll probably be there for a week and a half to 2 weeks.
How long did it take to get from Yukon to Potato Land via a boat?
Oh, if you want to sail from Harane...
No. I'm asking the Dungeon Master.
If you want to sail from Harane to Yukon in a boat, it will take you roughly 4 months.
Yeah, I would assume the airship does that, travel in maybe 3/4 to a half the time. But
think Columbus era boats going across the
it's the advent of the sail, and they've already invented the lateen. So that's what I'm getting at. Is that trip means if it's an airship, I'm imagining that puts us out at least 2 to 3 months.
Also, as an airship, you don't have to worry about winds, how the seas are, things like that.
You still have to worry about storms, though.
I imagine you do also still have to worry about winds.
It depends. Well, no, you can change the direction of the wind. You can change the direction of the wind when you're in the air much easier than you can when you're stuck on the water, because you can go higher or lower to catch different.
As far as storms, for the most part, we try to either go around or go above a lot of the storms.
Yeah, so this travel, I'm assuming, would take to get from Harane to Yukon, and this would take what, 2 months, 3?
I think the quickest we've ever done it is about 5 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, but we were just straight line as fast as we could. So about 2 months is about right.
Well, that's up to all of you then. I would not mind visiting my home. I have a few things to take care of, and it seems like Cole wants to go to Harane. But we would be abandoning our pursuit of On Cow for at least half a year.
We are currently not sure if we are even going to Harane. But let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 of you. 5 people coming aboard. If all of you wish to go to Harane, that's enough for us to warrant a quick stop.
I need to go to the ocean. That's my only lead so far.
I pay for this. I won't have the money to take care of all the things I need to do in Harane.
I mean, I'm down for at least until Harane. I would also like to go to Yukon.
What do you need to go?
If you wish to travel by foot to Harane from here, you can arrive there in 4 months. If you wish to ride with us, we can get you to Harain in a few weeks.
And add a character. How long is it from Harain to Goodman?
A while, I'm sure.
Why would you want to swing by Goodman? That place is gone to
Hammer.
But in our aircraft, we can get you there in 4 or 5 days from Harain to Goodman.
We wish to correct that.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you are well armed. You a bunch of adventurers, ain't you?
Yes.
Yep.
I doubt the captain will want to swing by Goodman, but you could definitely talk to him.
Well, then I have 150 gold. I am more than ready to make this trip.
Yeah, I'm ready to pay up.
I have the funds. I don't know about the rest of you.
I'll pay for Co.
Thank
let's
you.
go.
I'm gonna go sell our cart. We don't need it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
we've got room in the holds if you'd like to just park your cart down there so you can have it wherever you're going.
We found it. It's not that big a deal. Anywhere you is stopping, we won't be traveling. We will not be traveling far enough away from the ship to need a cart.
Do you have any kind of crates, luggage, storage, or animals that need to be brought on board?
No, we have a way to store all of that ourselves.
Very well.
No, we travel
you.
light.
We can open the door and I shove a skeleton horse through it and close the door again.
Just be like, wait here, and it does.
Yeah,
For eternity.
it does not need. It's not like a regular skeleton. I don't have to feed it. I can just go stick it in the basement and there it is.
It's not like a regular skeleton? What?
Yeah, that's what
I
you
mean,
said. It's
I
not like
meant
a regular
regular.
I know, but what?
It's not. It's a skeleton.
I assume horses have regular
Okay.
skeletons.
Everybody remove 150 gold,
Okay, I did it.
which is a steal for fast traveling on an airship. I will add that amongst the myriad of people that are joining, there are about 3 dozen people joining. Obviously, well-dressed, well-to-do people. A lot of them were just getting off to kind of stretch their legs. This is a quick port and resupply from general areas. You do see a lot of crates that look like they came from Stonebell of ores and stuff like that that are going somewhere else. It is mostly a pleasure cruise, private, rented, or different civilians or whatever will just spend money to go from one place to another, but they also make up money by just filling their cargo hold with trade goods as well. Most of them are humans, elves, half-elves. You actually do see 2 tiefling women, but you do see some dwarves. You see a group of 4 halflings, very well dressed. But the one that stands out the most amongst all of you is in the crow's nest. At the top of the boat is a Tengu.
That's cool.
Y'all are on the airship. It has not taken off. It is
Oh,
finishing loading passengers and crew and a fair bit of cargo and freight. For the most part, it is passengers. They do subsidize some of the, or earn a little extra money, basically, by just filling up the cargo holds as they go place to place. You see about 3 dozen total people on the ship. On the side of the ship, you do see the name of it. It is the Wanderlust.
Wanderlust?
Yes, the Wanderlust. The the people vary in race and wealth by the looks of them. For the most part, you are looking at richer people. You see women in fancy clothing holding parasols, very well-dressed gentlemen helping them on board. You do see some deckhands, things like that. You see a group of 3 gnomes that just kind of hurriedly get on themselves and then run to a corner of the ship and are just talking among themselves. You do see a very obvious wizard wearing a flowing blue robe that is kind of walking around and holding his hand up. The palm of his hand begins glowing as it gets close to the different runes around the ship. And he's just kind of walking up and doing that to each of the runes. It looks like he's checking them to make sure everything is good for the ship. You do look up in the crow's nest and you see a Tengu. This Tengu very strongly resembles a bluebird, even the blue feathers and everything.
Okay.
As yourself, as you're walking across this wooden bridge that's been laid from the dock to the ship itself, as you are walking across, a decently dressed gentleman, think 19, like a probably 1920s train conductor looking guy. He got like a watch chain hanging out of his pocket, kind of a nice hat on, things like that. He greets you and goes, "Oh, did we pick up some new ones here? Wouldn't have expected that. Welcome aboard the Wanderlust. My name is Theo Morales."
I nod to him.
Thank you.
So Rordrik won't misspell it on his video.
The video, it's in the journal.
Well, you misspell things. Even when I tell you what they are, type them in.
Oh, in the journal, it's Atomos so often, I noticed, instead of Amados. Yeah, I I messed things up.
Even then, you've spelled Amados wrong.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing. Where are you headed to? I see that you were all given tickets when you purchased, so he does take your tickets. He goes, "Oh, I see you have paid for the full trip. Have you ever ridden aboard an airship? You know, I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Not many have. So instead of boring you with the pleasantries, let me welcome you aboard. There are some quarters for you to share below deck. I really hope you enjoy yourself. Please feel free to look around, but don't get too close to the edge. We will be going pretty high in the sky. And since this is your first time, do you have any questions for me before you get on board? I'd hate to have a nervous passenger."
Yes. About how high up will the airship be off the ground?
Oh, our elevation is dependent upon exactly where we are. There's no need to go super high in certain areas, and then in some areas it's better to go higher. But for the most part, when we travel, it will be difficult to see the ground through the clouds.
Noted.
Wow.
Thank you.
I've never flown that high up. What, might I ask, what does this thing run on? Is this magic? Is it something else?
Yes, it is a combination of state-of-the-art engineering and magic.
Interesting.
And you? Do you have any questions? He motions towards Yuko.
No, it all seems pretty standard for a flying ship.
This is standard.
Well, Ko's like, it's called an airship. It's a ship, goes in the air. Alright, I know all I need to know.
Yeah, there's magic runes on it. Yeah, it works about as probably what I can figure.
Oh, you're so jaded.
Does it have the oars?
Hey.
Do the oars push the air behind so it can go forward?
Oh, yes, sir. For the most part, we will be able to catch the wind, but when we are unable to do so, we will have the crew sit down with the oars, and doing that actually will propel a gust of wind behind us.
That's impressive.
For the most part, we really don't need it, but unless we are trying to get extra speed, whether it be to outrun a storm or meet a deadline or something like that, so you more than likely will not see it in use.
Well, if you have need of any of that stuff, I may be of assistance. I'm a druid of the storm myself.
Okay, all of you get on board. With kind of a rocky start, it vibrates and kind of shakes back and forth as all of the ties are released, breaks free of the dock, and it just begins kind of ascending straight up in the air. Once it gets to about 100 feet, well above the tree line. The guy that is wearing the flowing blue robes gets and stands about right here on the ship and begins twirling his hands, almost making like a figure eight in front of him. You start seeing a whirling vortex begin spinning around him, and then he just holds both of his hands up, one at either sail, and wind begins pushing behind him and pushing into the sail and moving the ship forward.
I watch him for a minute and wonder when he's gonna get tired.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
He just stands there and he is channeling it, and he is pushing. It is continuing to go, but now it is kind of going up at an angle. Some of the crew come around and say, "Oh, please grab hold of something if you need. The incline can be kind of steep. We wouldn't want you to fall down."
I specifically do not grab anything.
Okay.
Grab this rope here that I'm next to.
Okay.
At least lean against this. I'm not too worried, but
That rope should be way over your head, Ko.
What? It looks like. Oh, yeah.
That's
yeah,
a
I
rope
realized
that goes up to
That doesn't go down into this. That goes up. Yeah. Alright,
Ko is
hold
just
on.
hanging from this
Shield
rope. Am I
things.
doing it right? Okay. Kuroku, give me a reflex save.
Yep, that's why I wanted to do this.
Wanna fly?
I think I'm okay.
wow.
As it gets to about 200 feet, the natural wind catches and you see the sails actually billow out fully. The ship jolts forward. The guy kind of moves his hand, gives it a little bit more push to make sure it gets up into a good slipstream. The ship begins moving forward at a much more rapid speed, still ascending, and the wizard stops doing the wind because he no longer needs to anymore. As it jolts forward, Kuroku, it trips you backwards just slightly, and your foot catches on a grating there. You go to almost stumble face forward, but you catch yourself and kick off and do a full front flip and land back on your feet. Several other people on the deck begin applauding you.
I very smugly just grin and continue to keep my balance on this rocky ship.
Was that necessary?
Absolutely. They must know what I'm about.
Alright then.
See.
The next couple hours are uneventful, as it does get up to its sailing altitude and begins continuing to cruise. The air does get a bit chilly as you do get higher up. Did any of you want to try to speak to anyone? I know last week, I don't know if y'all remember this, but some of you discussed possibly talking to the captain about making a detour to Goodman.
Yeah, we
Yes.
do need to discuss that. Ko, did you prep Dimension Door today?
No.
Okay, I won't push you off the side then.
Why would you do that?
It
You
would be
hear
funny.
you hear above you like a sharp, almost irritated sounding, like chirping sound.
I
Look to the crow's
up.
nest.
About
Tengu.
30 feet up at the top of the crow's nest is the Tengu, whose head is just kind of twitching side to side and looking around at everyone. And you think it's because of you, because you just made that comment, but you realize that there are a couple people kind of over here to the side. They each have like a mug of ale and they're drinking and laughing. It's two younger guys, and one of them is like jokingly pretending to push his friend off of the ship, and the Tengu is just kind of staring at him, and you hear that angry, that irritated sound come from him as he's watching.
I continue to watch them. If they do it again, let me know.
It doesn't take long, maybe we'll say 25 seconds, and the guy A goes to do it again, and he turns around to guy B and pretends to shove him off, and they're like, "Hey, watch it! Oh, I'm gonna throw you off!" Just obviously joking around with each other.
I move over to the
Okay.
side and hydraulic push both of them off.
Oh, never mind. I don't need command. They're already dead.
Are you really doing that?
No.
Then don't joke like that.
I'm really casting command.
Okay, give me a second.
It's only one. It's the one that's that's doing the pushing.
You don't know what I'm doing, so don't tell me how
Okay.
many rolls.
Okay. I thought you were.
There is also a very powerful wizard on the deck of this ship that is identifying your spell. Okay. Wow. Okay, what happens?
I command him to drop prone. The guy that's behind the guy that's on the deck of the ship pretending to push, I command him to stop with.
Okay, not the guy closest to the edge.
No, the guy that's on the deck pretending to push. The guy that's doing the pushing. Tell him to lay down.
He face plants so hard he actually busts his nose into the deck.
Did he crit fail?
Yes, he
Well-
rolled a 2.
Well, then he spends 3 actions doing it, so he doesn't have
Yes,
to hurt
no,
himself.
he does. I don't care. I said it. He slammed down and he's pressing himself into the ground as much as he can. And his friend is going, "What's going on? I didn't. Are you okay? Did I hit you? What's going on?"
I say, look, you two stop it. If I have to be the one to jump off the side and rescue you, I'm going to be pretty pissed.
Do you really think it's funny playing with your lives like this?
Oh, we were just messing around. We wouldn't actually jump off.
Do you have a plan if you did? You're awfully close.
We're just messing around, like I said.
Accidents happen.
I turn around and leave them to their squabbles. I already said what I wanted to say.
Ko, you notice the wizard turns and walks into goes downstairs while this is happening.
Well, I am going to go. I'm going to go look for our quarters, and me, the player, I'll be right back. But I'm going to go below deck and try to find our quarters and get settled in.
Your life is quite precious. You'll never know whether you'll get another chance or not. Just be careful, please.
We were careful.
Alright, if that's what you call careful. I've said my piece.
You're not my mom.
Nor will I ever be.
I guess I'll never have a mom then. That's all I've really ever wanted.
What?
They just they turn and walk away, and Setari is flabbergasted, what just happened. Ko, you see the guy who said that elbow is of their friend, they're just slightly chuckling at each other as they walk off.
Having fun.
When have I had fun in the... Well, I got to pet the dogs, that was fun. But when have I had fun? That's not our thing.
Whatever happened to your cat?
So Robocat? I didn't bring that automaton with us.
Just abandoned it.
Are you sure?
I assume over the course of a week and a half I would have noticed by now.
Oh, if at any point during that week and a half you emptied out your backpack, it was...
Okay, I'm assuming I would have reached in there for something by now.
Okay, then yes, you have your cat. It is in your backpack asleep.
Oh. Cats get everywhere. I don't know how it got in there.
Yeet it off the side of the ship.
Oh god!
So fucked up.
It's not its fault, it's an abomination.
Setari,
Yes?
did you notice that a lot of people on this ship seem to pay attention to what other people are doing or saying?
Watch out, guys. There's a tiny fighter ship coming through.
Wow, okay, yeah. I mean...
That is not quite what I meant to add to the scene, but it was funny.
I hit it.
I mean, it's a lot of us on this ship. It's hard not to notice.
Yeah.
So if you said there's 36 of us on a ship this size, I think we see a lot of people all the time.
Well, the ship is actually bigger than this. I just can't find the right ship that I want to use.
Oh, okay.
Well, when we have some privacy, I need to tell you something.
Alright.
Ko's gonna propose.
It has something to do with the ship. No.
Y'all are welcome. Y'all do have some quarters downstairs. It is one room that has to be shared from all three of you. But you're welcome to go in there and talk.
And where did Ikrie go?
She's probably in her quarters taking a nap. It's been a long day.
This probably concerns her too, but
Oh?
Karth went on a walkabout and took Ikrie this time.
well, Ikrie and Karth are coming back as Lamashtu followers.
Yes, that is...
One is going to be pregnant. Karth. Well, okay, yeah, if we get a moment of privacy. Do we?
Sure, let's
Yeah.
go down.
Okay. Alright.
I assume Kuroku might
Wondering-
be there. I don't think you care, though.
Nah, I'd probably tell Kuroku to come listen to you.
I mean, you'll find Kuroku just like probably settling in, getting Karth and Ikrie's stuff together, like just settling in.
Yeah, I mean, I assume this room is what? The size of a college dorm, if not smaller? I mean, it's probably...
Yeah, we're probably in hammocks, like 3 high on the wall.
No, there is
Yeah.
a bed. There is a single bed.
Oh,
It is rough. You have a room. Keith, the room is about the size of your game room. It's sizable. Oh no, not that big. It's about half that size. There's a full-size bed in it. There is a dresser, and to the side is a couch. This is a more accurate depiction of the ship.
Okay, that feels better. For 36
okay.
people to be crammed, 36 passengers to be crammed on.
I just had to find the right token.
Fly me to the ship.
Setari cries every time a bird gets caught in that propeller.
As Setari is crying, her face gets covered with blood and feathers.
Yeah.
However,
Man.
can you two help me?
There are more scenes, or not scenes, but other tokens I
Sure.
can use that do actually have below decks and stuff like that, and I'm looking for them to see how difficult they'd be to implement. We may just do everything above deck for ease of use.
Yeah.
change
What is
anything?
it?
I just crashed back to the home screen. I guess I'll refresh again. Hang on. Do you think you two could help me open the door to the mansion? That might be more comfortable accommodations for us.
That seems like a terrible idea. Would the door
Why?
move with us?
Worst case scenario, it tears through this ship, but I highly doubt that would happen.
That would destroy the ship. Man.
That seems terrible.
Why do you think that the door is stronger than the ship? It's a wooden door.
No, it's not.
It's whatever. The door will also be destroyed.
The door is marble. That was described the first time
It
you
will
had it.
then definitely crumble into the powder.
Well, you are the ones that know more of this arcane occult stuff than I do. Seems
Yeah, should
dangerous.
I roll an Arcana check to see if that would...
Yeah, go ahead.
Portal can even move like that?
Go ahead. Very nice roll. You know that you cannot summon the door on this airship because you have no fixed point to anchor it to. You are moving too quickly.
Does that mean our summoning spells do not work?
Your summoning spells, if you want to summon a creature or teleport yourself, they are fine because it is all relative. The door needs a grounding point to anchor to have a location.
and it takes 10 minutes to summon,
Yeah,
so
it
that
takes 10
point's
minutes.
moving as you try. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, that unfortunately that ritual won't work on a moving object.
No. Well, that's why I have a bedroll. I spread out my bedroll and make my little corner of the room comfortable.
Excuse me, it should be Ko and Kuroku in the bed, and then Setari on the couch, because Ko
Yeah.
and Setari are not together anymore.
Yep.
So, where's
So hey, anyway, wanted to mention, doesn't it seem odd that they have these ships? They said they had 2 more back in.
I
Bye,
Back in
Rordrik.
locked.
Bye, Keith.
So I figured out what happens. If I scroll in too far, it crashes the scene. I have to stay
Oh.
scrolled out.
I wasn't
Well,
even
stay
scrolling, and it.
I mean, I wish Rordrik would stay scrolled out more often, and his videos are just zoomed in on Setari the whole time.
I mean,
The only ships I'd heard of is there were 2 in locks, and suddenly there are more?
No, they said they were only other 2 in locks, and then this one's a commerce one. So they said they have 3. That may be a lie though, because locks and all that stuff. But supposedly locks isn't that bad at the moment. But could you imagine
no.
why Rayholt lost if they had ships like these?
Well, I mean, locks has never been the most accommodating of places, but
But, I mean, was Rayholt even aware of these ships? That they existed?
I don't
Well,
think this is very stealthy. I think somebody would see it.
Yeah, somebody would see it, but how are you going to stop a ship like this?
The rocks that you two are familiar with is different than the one that you will soon see. It is still a place of political treachery, but it's not as bloodthirsty as the one in the future.
No, but I did travel through it on the way here, so I know
what it
some
eventually
things.
becomes.
And that's if we don't figure out why it became that way.
Well, if we ever need stop locks in the future, we need to know about these ships and prepare for them.
Also, if we plan to convince the captain to make a detour, we should probably change the heading now.
I mean, we can certainly talk to him and see, yes. I still very much wish to go there.
First, right?
I assume he would be sympathetic to the cause of destroying an incredible evil, though he may not believe us. I don't know.
He may just drop us off and keep going.
That wouldn't be the worst, but I don't think it would take that long for us to kill the Lich.
There is no place to land in Goodnitten. We'd probably just be jumping.
I think that at least the 3 of us have a way to get back onto this ship. I know I do.
Getting back
I can
on?
prepare a spell for it.
Maybe. I mean, I can fly at pretty fast speeds, so this is impressive.
And Kyo and I can teleport, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
I suppose I should fix up my spells before we go do all that.
Do I hear anything?
You're the one I want to see, Zach, because the other 2 people have their back to it.
Is our window a porthole or a window? That's a stupid question. Is our porthole accessible or is it sealed? Does it look like it has a hinge?
It is sealed. You cannot open it.
I press my face against the glass to see if I can get an angle on it, and if not, then
As you do, you see the Tengu zoom past, wings folded in, darting straight down after it.
yeah, I run up above that.
What? What's going on?
I
I
don't
follow. I don't know what's going on, but
I run up to the top side to the deck and look over on our side of the ship. Are we on port or bow? I'm sorry, port or
what?
starboard?
I was like, you are what?
Hey, we might be on the port bow side. Are we on port or starboard? And bow or aft?
You're on the side.
So port.
Port.
That's why I have y'all more at the top of the scene, looking out that way. Do the rest of you go and look over with Kuroku?
Yeah, I'll go look.
yeah, I follow, and once I see him looking over,
You see
I'll-
at this point, you see a small speck dip into the clouds and disappear, and you see the Tengu darting straight down after it.
What's going on?
I look around for the 2 guys, and I expect to see just one.
You see just